Thursday. Okay, so I assume you have your analysis method already and it has to be done before Thursday. So that one is, yes, it's quantifiable. So quantifiable goals are measurable. Measurable goals are a number, a number of things you need to do and a deadline when you need to do them by. So, like the last one, he has to do his OPEX analysis before Thursday. Perfect. That means if it comes to Thursday or Friday, whichever the cutoff is, and it's not done, it's not done. If he sits down and does it today on Tuesday, it's done. Perfect. But active in daily chats helping out, active is too subjective, it's a little too vague, and helping out is too vague as well. You can make it very simple, and I do this myself with my own system. It's not just about, with my work, with my activity in the chats, it's not just about being in the chats every day. It's about clearing Ask Michael multiple times per day in a structured manner. It's about making sure the analysis section gets a certain number of messages and a certain number of updates per day. It's making sure that daily levels is done every single day. And to that point, the daily levels video needs to have a full summary as well. So I have all these little things that I make myself do. It's not enough to just rush through a video and put it out. It has to be the video. It has to be posted in the morning. And it has to have a summary along with it, a written summary. Things like that. So if it's specific and measurable, it's good shit. Is it a good idea to stop all my trading until I do the lessons and start trading from scratch? That depends at what stage of your journey you're at. By the way, guys, nobody asked me what I'm drinking. I knew this would happen. Whenever I started drinking fucking sparkling water every day. I'm actually drinking something different. Can you tell what it is? What do you think? Oh, always milk. Today, it is... Tiger White is close. It's not quite an espresso, but it is a coffee. It's a venti coffee from Starbucks. Fucking massive. Because I was wrecked. Oh, SK got it right. He did get Starbucks. And it is an Americano, correct. Hustlers University 4.0. I don't have the new channel. Do I need to end new courses to be in? Says Pure Music Sound. I assume you mean the Gold Crushers. So like I said at the beginning, go to, once you've unlocked, you have to complete the Trading Campus introduction. Once you've done that, you'll unlock all your lessons. And in Psychology and Mindset, there's a section called Gold Crushers. You have to complete these 2 lessons to get into Gold Crushers. You don't have to complete every lesson that's in the entire course. You just have to go to Gold Crushers and complete Gold Crushers. But it's hidden away there in the psychology module because I don't want everyone to just join it. I only want people to join it who know what it's for and who will get the benefit from it and who will contribute to it. Being accountable to other people is super powerful. If you put something out there, you should have the ego that if you put something out there, you need to do it. Glad to see my sheet helped you. Yes, absolutely. As I say in the... Why has the pinned message disappeared? There's a bit of an issue with that. Right, so... This message should be pinned. This message is now pinned. And we have the sheet from the Top G Obsidian. Him and I were working on this morning. And he was working hard on it last night. To bring together something for you that's simple, easy to use, and replicable for you to track your goals on. So everyone please thank Rise of Wealth in here, but Obsidian in the main chats. You all know him as the Top G who does his daily checklists every day. And now you can all do your daily checklists. And so for using Gold Crushers, by the way, my advice is to have a weekly focus every week. You understand why? I explained my last week and explain what I do every week. Small actions, big goals, like JPM says, exactly.
Micro speed, macro patience, as I focus a lot on as well. But feel free to reply to your own message each day. That's important. Reply to your own message each day with your updates. That will help you a lot when you're going through, and it'll help other students to refer back to your first message. Yeah, because you can imagine whenever this gets very busy, how it goes. And it's up to you. This is really important. It's up to you to follow up on your own messages. So people, like other students, you are accountable to them. You want to prove to them that you are pushing forward. Yeah? But also, most importantly, more important than anything, is you have to be accountable to yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's only you who sees the benefit of what you're doing. And you could come in and you could write up all these goals, and you could come back the next week and you could lie and say, I crushed all my goals. But that's going to get you what? It's going to get you a well done and a great job, but you're actually just lying to yourself. So keep accountable. Be brutally honest with yourself. Spagnolo Alessio, definitely Italian. G. GM Prof, just a question in general. What does your trading setup look like? Not talking about your system, but your monitor setup. How many do you use? What do you use on each one for? Thanks, Prof. Inside Pro Trader Blueprint, I will have. That will be part of it. Actual setups. That's kind of that's some of the principles, or what do you call it? The key features of Pro Trader Blueprint, because it's not so much about learning the concepts, because that's what you learn in the lessons. It's about how to apply them. So I'll have like a day trader setup. So as I look right now, I have 1, 2, 3 screens on, one of which is a wide double screen. So it's actually 4 screens because I have it split. So I have 4 screens. I also have another monitor that's not on at the moment, and another laptop which isn't on at the moment. That when I'm heavy trading, I have those on separately, just with, whatever feed of data on it. Setups can change, depends what you're doing. Generally, I like to have as many chart windows open as possible of different things that are relevant to my trade. So obviously multiple time frames of the coin I'm trading. That's essential. I would then like to have, let's say I'm trading an altcoin, I would also like to have Bitcoin on a separate screen, because that's the index, that's the market. If Bitcoin moves suddenly, I need to know about it. And then I have other things. So you can have the tape, so that's the time and sales, where you're watching live orders come through. You can have volume profiles open if you're tracking that. You could have order books. You could have a whole host of things. There's a lot you can do. It really comes down to personal preference, what you're doing, what way you're trading. And of course, a news feed of some description. Staggy, I'm also like that. I only have one reward for many tasks. I don't find the need to reward myself for small weekly goals. The main goal is to make money, and that's what matters. True, but that kind of defeats the purpose. It's not. So I get what you're saying, and I know why. I understand why you think that, but you're a human, right? Unless you're a robot, and I don't know about it. Maybe you're AI, and you've infiltrated this chat. You are a human, and as a human, you work on a reward system called dopamine. And the way dopamine works is it's the great feeling you get from achieving something. You have to tie something to every achievement to make it real and to make it stick. A very simple example that I use every day is I don't have my morning coffee until I've recorded daily levels and I've replied to every single message that is in my inbox and on the real world, right? So I get up, I do my morning messages, I deal with any critical shit that needs, and I do my daily levels video. Then I can have my first coffee. Yeah, so little things like that. That's what I mean by a reward. So it's something you would do anyway, but you put it at the end of a task. You take the things that you want to do and you put them at the end of the things you need to do, and that is the secret to success. That's the secret to crushing every goal you have. So it doesn't need to be big things, because I understand where you're coming from. Because when I sit down to think about big rewards, there's not that much I want because I'm not a materialistic person. I have a great life already. So genuinely things I want are like a fucking cheat meal of bad food because I don't eat any bad food for the entire week and I'm working hard and I want to just eat some shitty food, right? But it's those small little rewards that mean more. Because the whole point is you deprive yourself of things until you complete what you want. Then you get that dopamine hit. And the taste of that food or the feeling of that night out or fucking the taste of that beer or whatever it is, smoking that cigar, that's the feeling you're going for. So many little rewards is a great way of doing it. I see some people set really big goals while others set really big rewards, and we're only in week 1. It's gonna be a feeling out process, isn't it? It's gonna take some getting used to. This isn't, and if you know, it's not that easy to conceptualize and to get your head around it. That genuinely, like the way to become a millionaire is to get to 10K, right? A lot of people, it sounds simple when I say it, but a lot of people struggle to implement that every day. They're so focused on their big picture goal of being a millionaire that they forget that you have to get to 10, then 100, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, but it gets parabolic after that. It's like you can't get there without the first part. And it's not just about the getting to that 10K, it's about all the things you learn along the way and the processes you build by doing it. Several GM. Listening to you, it really feels like you care about student success. It's more accurate to say that it's evident in your feedback. I was pleasantly surprised that you covered the topic of my question yesterday about Bitcoin. Thank you. Of course, that's why I do it. If I didn't like helping people, I wouldn't be here. It's very fulfilling. I like to see students putting into action the things I say, not just trading wise, but life wise. I like to see whenever I have a positive impact on people's lives. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Bodazar is happy that I've abandoned sparkling water for a day. Ant says sparkling coffee. Ooh, that would be an interesting one. Obsidian, checklists for every day are great. Absolutely. What I'm saying is just a reply to your original message each time with your checklists. Not really Italian. Italian roots, but from Luxembourg. You're welcome, bro. No problem. I propose to make one of the highest rewards a signal from MG. Ah, come on. You haven't watched the probability lessons yet, have you? So I'm waiting until people really truly understand the probability and statistics part before fully explaining why signals don't work, right? Signals do not work in short-term trading because if I use a system, so I take my best system and I do a signal from it, there is still, in any one trade, there is still X% chance of it losing, yeah? You do understand that. I showed on yesterday's lesson, and I've showed in the probability and statistics lessons, that on a 50% win rate system, you could have 13 losers out of 15. You could have 16 losers out of 20. So let's just imagine I have a system that I know over time, every time I do 100 trades, it returns me 92%, which is extremely good performance, right? And then I start to do signals with that system. And then in the first 20 signals, we have 16 losers, which are totally normal and totally possible to happen, right? How's everyone going to feel? They're going to feel shit because everyone will have lost money. And who's actually going to follow all 20 without making any mistakes? Quite a small number. And who, after those 20, and there's only 16 winners, who's actually going to keep following trades after that? Because then, of course, when all the winners start coming, people have given up. So signals themselves are negative EV. And I hope that people realize that when they go through the probability and statistics lessons. It is just completely impossible for anyone to do short-term trading signals profitably over time. Forgetting anything even about getting chased by whales, which does happen, it is literally impossible, I'm telling you guys. Because anyone who has a system that does signals, whether it's 50% win rate, 60, or even 65, which is extremely rare, by the way, 70%